Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to 3 News Now. This is take 2 on this Monday, January 3rd, because we had some connectivity issues. So thanks for being back for your top stories from WKYC.com and our WKYC app. We started off with one of the stories that's topping our website today. There's a SWAT situation that was underway in Cleveland this morning. Here are the details that we do know. The Cleveland police confirmed to 3 News at around 9:30 this morning there was a situation involving a suspect barricaded. Okay, this happened on West 136th Street, about 2 blocks south of Lorraine Avenue. We are waiting for more details to become available. As soon as we have those details, we will let you know what we learn on WKYC.com, our WKYC app, and of course, our TV broadcasts. This morning also, we're learning more about the woman who has been charged with aggravated murder in the New Year's Eve shooting death of Cleveland police officer Shane Bartek. Her name is Tamara McLeod, and at her first court appearance today, bail was set at $5 million for this charge of aggravated murder. She's due back in court for a preliminary hearing. That'll be next week on Tuesday, January 11th. That'll be at 8:30 a.m. We did stream that court hearing this morning, which you can find on WKYC.com. Now, Bartek was 25 years old. He was off duty at the time of the incident. Police say this happened in the parking lot of an apartment complex at around 6 p.m. on New Year's Eve on December 31st on Friday, and that was on Rocky River Drive. According to a complaint that was filed against McLeod, who was accused of killing Officer Bartek, surveillance footage showed him being ambushed and robbed by an armed suspect. He was later pronounced dead at Fairview Hospital. Again, a 2-year veteran of the Cleveland Division of Police. Now, the vehicle that he was driving was later recovered in a police pursuit, and that what brought charges against another suspect in the case, Anthony Butler Jr. He's charged with fleeing, receiving stolen property, and traffic-related charges after allegedly crashing that vehicle that belonged to Bartek in a police pursuit that involved multiple jurisdictions. Now let's take a look at the latest COVID-19 numbers here in Ohio. Another high number today, 18,942 new reported cases in the last 24 hours. Yesterday, there was a high number. It was perhaps a bit misleading, however, because there were no new numbers reported on the New Year's Day holiday. So the number yesterday, 37,626, but again, that's over a 48-hour period. Here's a crucial piece of information. The positivity rate right now in Ohio is at 29.9%. That means for every COVID-19 test being done, 29.9% of them are coming back positive. Right now, there are a confirmed number of 29,447 people who have died related to COVID-19 here in Ohio, and the hospitalizations numbers continue to rise. 6,177 people are currently in the hospital being treated for COVID-19, and out of those people, 1,307 of them are being cared for in an intensive care unit. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers have had their fair share of COVID-19 issues, and many teams across the NBA with those protocols. So in addition to that, they've also had some injuries, so they're bringing in some extra help. We do now know it is confirmed veteran guard Rajon Rondo has been signed by the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was confirmed today by Cavaliers general manager Kobe Altman. He's coming to the Cavaliers from the Lakers. This isn't a 3-team deal. So the New York Knicks will get Cavaliers guard Denzel Valentine and the draft rights to Wang Zelen, Brad Newley, and some money from the Lakers. The Lakers will get the draft rights to Louis Labier from New York. I know I'm not pronouncing that name right, but a player from New York. And prior to joining the Cavs, Rondo played in 18 games for the Lakers. That was during the 2021-2022 season right now. This is his third year, was his third year with the Lakers now before joining the Cavaliers, and he is coming to the Cavaliers after the Cavs lost point guard Ricky Rubio for the rest of the season. He tore his left ACL in New Orleans against the Pelicans. Now, last night, the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Indiana Pacers 108-104. I'm happy to say it was my first Cavaliers experience. It was a great game at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and they will play the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow at home. That'll be at 7 p.m. Now, unfortunately, not a great sports day yesterday for the Cleveland Browns. Even though they did not play, they are officially out of playoff contention. That's after the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers both won. So one Los Angeles team helped us, the other one did us in terms of being able to potentially look at a path to the playoffs. The Cincinnati Bengals clinched the AFC North Championship with a comeback, a ridiculous comeback to win that game 34-31 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And if you didn't see the final minutes of that game, practically at the goal line by the Bengals. That's something worth going back and watching. What a roller coaster of emotions that was. And then when the Los Angeles Chargers beat the Denver Broncos 34-13, that sealed the deal. That put the nail in the coffin. The Browns will not, no matter what happens tonight against the Steelers, no matter what happens next week against the Bengals, they will not be going to the playoffs. Tough luck there. But they will have the opportunity. If they do win tonight, they will get the satisfaction potentially of beating the Steelers and knocking them out of the playoff race, because right now they are technically still in that race. But still, a lot of high hopes for this team this year, and people will no doubt be disappointed in those final results no matter what happens these last two games. Now, looking to the future, the Ohio RV Super Show is coming back to Cleveland's IX Center. That'll be this year. That will be in fall of 2022. So if you want to see more about that event, you can go to OhioRVShow.com. We have that linked on WKYC.com. This is a deal that was brought by the new owners of the IX Center, the Industrial Realty Group. So they're the ones who are responsible for this, and that'll be coming in the fall. And if you were taking a look at social media today and you checked out the Medina Police Department's social media page on Facebook, you saw them poking a little fun at themselves, making light of a situation. There were some donuts that fell out of a truck, and the police officers posted about it on Facebook. They said they were happy to help clean that up, and they also said thanks to the plow drivers who helped clean that up. But some fun pictures and some jokes from the Medina Police Department today on Facebook. And one more thing to let you know before we go here, we do know that it would have been Betty White's 100th birthday coming up on January 17th. Unfortunately, we lost her on New Year's Eve. And we do know now that producers of a movie about her career, sort of a retrospective, a look back, a peek behind the curtain, a behind-the-scenes conversation with Betty White, that is still going to hit theaters on January 17th. The movie is called Betty White, 100 Years Young, A Birthday Celebration. And the producers behind that say it'll be an opportunity to look back at her life and career, the Golden Girls, SNL, Hot in Cleveland, The Proposal, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and to hear from people who loved her so much: Ryan Reynolds, Carol Burnett, Valerie Bettinelli, Jennifer Love Hewitt, dozens of other celebrities who had nothing but love for our Golden Girl. And by the way, she had a lot of ties to Northeast Ohio. We have that story up on WKYC.com. as well. So we'll all get the opportunity to celebrate Betty White's life on January 17th when that movie comes out. That's it for your 3 News Now update today for Monday, January 3rd. And in case you were wondering, yes, my Christmas tree is still up behind me. Yes, I will be taking that down this week, but it's still up, so I figured, why not keep the holiday cheer rolling? I know a lot of you out there keep your holiday trees up into January. We had a big conversation about this. Just so you know, it wasn't my plan, but hey, things happen. All right, that's it for today's 3 News Now update. I will see you back here tomorrow with more 3 News Now.